This one says treasured memories of Ethel May Violet Prosser 1922 to 1999, and also Edward Lewis Prosser 1921 to 1999, and a lovely inscription there coloured of a church. And the little pathway and gate leading up to the church. William Powell of the Gao Raglan, who died February the 1st, 1890, aged 83. Also Elizabeth, wife of the above, who died in June the 27th, 1903, aged 86 years old. So another Powell person buried there from the 1800s. William John Francis Tribe, born the 16th of May 1924, died the 7th of February 2004, a friend of the sea. Also his wife Anna Millicent Horatia Fitzroy Tribe, nee Somerset. And just down the bottom it says great granddaughter of Lord Nelson and Emma Hamilton, much loved mother, grandmother and community spirit. And another lovely stone here. Raglan Horatio Edwin Henry Somerset QC, recorder of Gloucester, poet and linguist, born the 4th of August 1885, and unfortunately the date of death is underneath all that stone, so it's not possible to read the date of death. Lovely headstone here. This one is lovely. It's you see the bowler hat on the very top there of it, laser inscribed into it, the bowler hat, with cherished memories of Leslie Gordon Chilcott, 1915 to 2004. Beloved husband of Marjorie, much loved father of Anne and David, always a gentleman, resting in peace. And Marjorie Grace passed away in 2009, and it's beautiful flowers left on that grave for Leslie and Marjorie also, and that beautiful hat on it there, look at that, always a gentleman. And this is George, the beloved husband of Elizabeth Powell, who died January the 1st, 1927, aged 70. And also Elizabeth Powell died the 17th of February 1941, aged 82. And it says farewell on that. And look at those hands. And you can even see the fingernails and the work that went into that stonework. Is amazing. Now I just found this one here also, and it's William John Philpin Jones, T-O-N Ton inscribed on it, cartoonist, 17th of August 1913 to the 28th of June 1992, remembered with love, gratitude and great joy. And his wife Sylvia, and she was also a writer, editor and publisher, born 1927 and died in 2009. Dynamic, determined and successful, much loved by all, it says. So there we have another interesting one, a cartoonist. William John. And we have a lovely cow. And this one here. And a sheep. Loving memory of a dear wife, mother and grandmother, Elsie Marion Rose Price. Died the 14th of June 1995, aged 64 years old, and also her dear husband, father and grandfather, Gilbert Leslie Price. Les. Died the 20th of August 2007, aged 79 years old, reunited. Isn't that lovely? And these people were farmers. There's no doubt they were farmers, I'd imagine. So this is St. Cadoc's church here in the little village called Raglan. And it's not far from the castle, Raglan Castle. There's a couple of interesting headstones here. This one says, sacred to the memory of Captain William Hartley of the 24th Regiment of Foot, who departed this life January the 18th, 1832, aged 66 years old. It's a busy little village here. And a lovely entrance as you come into the old church and graveyard there, you can see. So I'll just take you up this section of the graveyard. There's some very nice headstones here. You just see that old style door there, probably 16th century. And then you have that beautiful bell tower with the clock at the very top. In loving memory of Christopher Gladwin, who departed this life in 1911. And we see the lovely shaking of hands there again. In memory of William Thomas of the parish of Newchurch, who died October 1782, aged 38 years old. And Sylvia, one of our subscribers who actually helped us to get here to Wales, is a Powell, a descendant of the Powells. So we have a Powell here also, in memory of William Powell of this parish, who died March 1836, aged 71 years old. Now a lot of these graves here, they're marked, and they also tell you the profession of the people that are buried here. So in this one we have in loving memory of the children of John and Helen Eliza Pritchard, Abergavenny, Laura Mary, who died in 1875, aged 3 years and 4 months, May, who died in 1876, just a year, or 2 years, previous, aged 2 years, 7 months, Gladys died November 1861, aged 1 year old and 8 months, Evelyn died April 1882, aged 4 months, so very, very sad to see all the more young children buried here at this beautiful monument here for them. And just down here you can see people have left these markers. So it's Wyndham James Pritchard, innkeeper at the Angel Hotel. And there's a barcode there, and I'm sure if you have the app, which I don't have at the moment unfortunately, It would tell you all about that person's history. And some of the old headstones here, they're so old that the inscription has gone off them and it's kind of just breaking away, as you can see there, unfortunately. Another beautiful one here, erected by Edward Jones in memory of his loving and dear wife Mary, born in 1848. And that's unusual, I've never seen that before on a headstone. Born in July 1848, got married on February 1869 and died the 12th of May 1887. So that's lovely to see the inscription on it there, married in 1869. We have the cross, those beautiful flowers coming down over it there. This one says, also the body of Martha Pugh, who died the 20th of May 1820, aged 32 years old. Now we have gorgeous carvings on this one. And it says, memory of Rachel, wife of Thomas Matthews of the parish of Raglan, who died November 1869, aged 68. And Elizabeth, beloved wife of Thomas Watkins, 1919, aged 72. But look at that, beautiful carvings on that. Really quite nice. And we have another one of these graves here. And it says Thomas Matthews, ironmonger. So Thomas was an ironmonger. And this is Thomas's grave here. The memory of Thomas Matthews of this parish, who died in 1883, aged 76 years old. Rest in peace. So more great history there, Thomas. An ironmonger. So we're actually just stopping here, not for too long. So I said I'd show you a quick video of this beautiful old graveyard here. We're actually on the way to Newport, is the name of the area. Now this monument here, the lady in the church was telling me, was an area here where people used to stand on top of that and preach to the parish and the people, all standing on top of that there preaching. Here's that old church. Look at that stained glass and the tower. Great architecture. And that old door. Just look at that. The old style doors in the church. Now, this interesting grave here. It says, in memory of David Parry of this parish, who departed this life February the 27th, 1847, aged 82 years old. So David Parry here, who's buried here, was a clockmaker, I believe. And you have these lovely carvings here. Look at that, stunning carvings. And just in the centre you can see the carving of a clock. Isn't that magnificent? And the time on the clock is 7 p.m. So who knows, was that the time that Mr. Parry maybe left this world and passed away at 7 p.m. But look at that clock, isn't that beautiful? And the engravement on it. A very talented man, Mr. Perry, I'd imagine, a clockmaker, and well sought after back in the day. This nice one here in memory of Thomas Blower of this town, who died November the 12th, 1812, aged 78 years old. Some really nice old monuments here. This one is almost like a coffin shape. I don't know if there's an inscription, has faded away unfortunately on this. Some great stonework there though. And we have of course a number of ones with urns also. A beautiful urn here, and the drape coming down over the headstone. Really nice. In loving memory of William Edwards of Castory Cottage, who fell asleep at the gates of light October the 20th, 1906, in his 62nd year. So guys, from me here in St. Cadoc's Old Church and Graveyard here in Raglan in Wales, thank you for watching the video. If you liked the video, please hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and also hit the notification bell. It helps you to know when I upload my next video. So from me here, Grave Visitations, take care, God bless, and I'll see you all on the next video.